looking ahead to Monday Night Football, where Aaron Rodgers takes the football field yet again. Jets travel across the country to San Francisco to face the 49ers. Not the scene of the crime last year for Aaron Rodgers, but it's another Monday Night Football game on week one where he tore his Achilles last year. But we're turning our attention to the guys protecting him, because that was the issue last year. They didn't have anyone to protect him, and then Zach Wilson, obviously, when he took over. But they made some changes this year. We got Tyron Smith at left tackle. We got Morgan Moses at right tackle. And we got Olu Fashanu as insurance if either of those guys goes down. So, Kyle, how do they match up with this 49ers defensive front that admittedly lost a little in their own right, with Eric Armstead now gone, Chase Young, who obviously was only there half a season, also gone? But Nick Bosa is still there, and it's still the 49ers defensive line.
Well, I think about these tackles, and I look at Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses, and both guys with a lot of experience in this league. Obviously, guys on different ends of the tier program that we like to run. Morgan Moses, he's obviously a great football player. He's played for a very long time. I watched him at UVA for a while. And then you talk about Tyron Smith, one of the greats that we've seen at the left tackle position. So credit to the Jets for bringing these guys in. But when you talk about the teeth of this offensive line, I got to talk about a guy by the name of John Simpson, who is an absolute glass eater at guard. He was in Baltimore. We love watching him a lot. And now you get an opportunity to have those skilled, experienced veterans to tackle, and you've got the young guys inside with Elijah Vera Tucker and John Simpson. You have an opportunity to play some bully ball. And the bully ball will come into play with that second level of the defense, right? It's not necessarily that front. It's when you have a double team and somebody's got to climb off that double team and get to the linebacker. What are you going to do there? I know for a fact that John Simpson has bad intentions when he gets to the second level in the run game. And as far as the pass goes, you know this better than anybody, B-Mac, when they're running the ball and you start to load the box and you start to get on your toes and get downhill, the next thing you know, it's Aaron Rodgers pulling the ball out of his back pocket and somebody's streaking across the field. I'm going to be looking for that physicality early and often. Obviously, the personnel is good in the New York Jets operation. They did a great job. But it's going to be commitment to the running game early, getting those backs involved, and then letting Aaron play the game that Aaron plays, which is, let me see what the defense is doing. Okay, we got this. Bang, bang, boom. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah, I think Nathaniel Hackett is the most important offensive member for the Jets. And the reason why I say that is because, to your point, Kyle, what type of game plan he's going to display against San Francisco. Because, yes, San Francisco, they have some names, notable names on the defensive front, but they've been vulnerable in years past, especially a year ago when they faced downhill running. If you go back and look at Baltimore, I think it was Christmas night. Look at the success Baltimore had against them running downhill. If you look at the playoff game with Detroit, when Detroit dominated that ball game for 3.5 quarters, running downhill. When you run downhill at those guys, you can find success. And Breece Hall, I call Breece Hall, he is our generation of Fred Taylor. A big physical back, over 220, 4'3", jump cut, one-cut guy, can run over you or run through you, and he's a big play waiting to happen. That's who he reminds me of, what he's done so far in this early professional career. And if you get Breece Hall going, now, Kyle, you got the play action. You got the boots, the rollouts. You got everything at your arsenal, because they have to really focus in on this downhill running. Don't run east and west. Sideline, Fred Warner's going to eat that up. They're going to eat that up. You got to come down here to teeth of their defense, and sometimes it's the dirtier way to do it, but it can be the most efficient as well.
Yeah, the only way, too, is through in this case. I like your point about that. You got to go attack these guys and fight fire with fire against San Francisco.
I'm with you guys. Everyone wants to call this Aaron Rodgers versus the 49ers. This is going to be a run game for the Jets, in my opinion. If you're looking at the mismatches, it's Malik Collins, Javon Hargrave, those two DTs for the 49ers. Yeah, they can get upfield in the pass game, but double teams can take those guys out quickly. And when you have the guards that they do, in John Simpson, Elijah Vera Tucker, I'm running doubles.
John Simpson loves to say, no white tees in the club. He's going to get you up out of the club. That's what he does, man. That's what he does.